Walaikum salam to all of you, and today we are going to discuss the histology of arteries. The pattern of the lecture would be that I am going to ask you questions, and we will have an interactive session. And with that, I am going to classify the blood vessels as well as the arteries, and we are going to discuss the histological appearance of arteries, and we are going to compare the histological appearance of the arteries we commonly see in the histology lab for the slide identification. So सबसे पहले मैं आपको ये बता देती हूँ कि ये हिस्टोलॉजी का लेक्चर है और आपके जो एग्ज़ाम होता है उसमें ऑस्पी में यानी कि जो ऑब्जेक्टिव स्ट्रक्चरल प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन है उसके अंदर स्टेशन होता है. According to the module, there can be one or two stations or maybe three for the microscopic identification of the slides, and the slides are asked as that how are you going to identify the slide, and then you have to give 2 points of identification at least for supporting your answer. All right, so it carries marks in your OSPI, and if you just identify that slide, it gives you a lot of edge for your examination. Fine. इसके अलावा शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चंस में आपसे पूछा जा सकता है, ड्रॉ करवाया जा सकता है. यू कैन बी आस्क्ड टू ड्रॉ द histological appearance of the artery. Fine. At the end, I am also going to repeat what can be asked in the exams, and let's discuss it right now and let me see how much you know. Acha. You have studied what is circulatory system. So can you tell me the components of the circulatory system? Yes, most of you have replied it is heart, blood and blood vessels. Okay, let's see what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask that the circulatory system के जो components हैं या आप कह लें कि parts हैं, they are blood vascular system and lymph vascular system. ठीक है, and today we are going to discuss the blood vascular system. So blood vascular system, अब अगर मैं पूछूं आपसे enumerate the components of blood vascular system, then you are going to give that answer. Your answer, which you have given already, implies to the components of the blood circulatory system. All right, so the components of blood vascular system is blood, which is in the vessels as well as in the heart, and the blood vessels. And the blood vessels are arteries carrying the oxygenated blood from the heart into the cells of the body, and the veins which carry the deoxygenated blood from the cells of the body towards the heart, and also from the right side of the heart towards the lungs. So here you can easily understand that from the left side of the heart is divided mainly into right side and into the left side, and on each side we have got an atrium and a ventricle. So in total we have got two atria and two ventricles, and the left side of the heart mainly has got oxygenated blood and the right side has got deoxygenated blood. Fine. So here you can see the oxygenated blood going from the ventricles, left ventricle to all the body cells, and from the left atrium to the It is coming from the lungs, it is coming to the left atrium. Fine. Okay, let's come here that the blood vessels have got arteries, capillaries, and veins. Fine. The arteries carry oxygenated blood mainly, but the artery which has got deoxygenated blood. Name the artery, the only artery in the body which carries the deoxygenated blood. Can you hear me? The arteries which carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, the first answer I have received is from Aiza, and she is very right that it is the pulmonary artery which carries the deoxygenated blood. And can you name a vein which carries oxygenated blood? Yes, good. The previous answer was given by Haris Tanveer, Muntaha, Lareb Kazi, Sidra Malik Amara, and all of you are right. And the first answer to my next question is received is by Muntaha Maqsood. ठीक है, Umair and Saad are also right. Pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood. Fine, let's move forward. So, blood vessels are actually a network of tubes, and the function is to either carry the blood away from the heart or to return the blood from the heart into the tissues and from the tissues into the heart is by veins, and the transport of the blood or the exchange of the nutrients and the oxygenated or the oxygen you can say is through the vessels which are known as capillaries. So in a human body or in a living body you can see veins like this, arteries like this, and you can see here then arteries further divide into a branching tree-like pattern and ultimately have got a very thin diameter labeled as capillaries. So we have got artery, vein as well as the capillary. So जो generally histological appearance है किसी vessel की, किसी बड़ी vessel की, either it is a artery or it is a vein. From in from in outwards means कि from the lumen. Lumen क्या होता है? ये वाला area. This area in which the blood is carried. Lumen is the area in which the blood is carried. This is just like you can imagine it with the help of a water pipe. ठीक है, जिस पाइप में जिस एरिया में वाटर जा रहा होता है that is the lumen. From in outwards you can see that we have got layers like tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. So tunica intima is what? Tunica intima is having sometimes one layer and sometimes two. It has got endothelial cells as you can see here, and between the intima and the media we have got a elastic layer which is known as internal elastic lamina. And you can see here this muscle layer is of smooth muscles and this is known as tunica media. Between the tunica media and tunica adventitia, there is a layer which is known as external elastic lamina. And the outermost covering is known as tunica adventitia. Fine, and it is a layer of connective tissue as is evident from its name. So basically three coats होते हैं, tunica intima, and tunica intima is made up of endothelia and the internal elastic lamina. Fine. Then we have got tunica media, and tunica media has, excuse me, tunica media has got smooth muscle cells as well as the external elastic lamina. And the last layer is tunica adventitia made up of connective tissue. ये एक जनरल हिस्टोलॉजिकल लेयर्स हैं जो कि वेन्स में भी प्रेजेंट हैं और आर्टरीज में भी प्रेजेंट हैं. ठीक है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द लार्ज वंस. ओके. अच्छा, यहाँ पर मैंने आपको ये बताना है कि आप किस तरीके से लेयर्स याद रख सकते हैं. यू कैन रिमेंबर द नेम ऑफ द लेयर्स बाय दिस न्यूमोनिक LIMA, लाइमा. ठीक है, इट इज lumen inside. All right, L is for lumen. Then we have got tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. I for intima, M for media, and A for adventitia. From in outwards, you can remember the layers of the tissues like this. Layers of histological layers of the vessels. Acha ji. Now, can you enumerate the histological layers in the blood vessels? Yes. Can you name the histological layers in the blood vessel? Okay, I'm waiting for your responses. Yes, most of the answers I have received is okay. Remember that it is from in outwards, that it is from lumen to outwards. So, Mehraj Noor, lumen is not a histological layer. From lumen outwards, we have got tunica intima, media, and adventitia. Sometimes the question is, you must understand the question. Sometimes in the histological layers, it can also be asked that enumerate the histological layers of the blood vessels from in outwards. ठीक है, और अगर आपसे कोई आउट इनवर्ड्स पूछ लेता है तब भी आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, कि दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है. ओके. Okay, right. The answers I have received is from quite a lot of students, and I really appreciate your participation, like Fatma Kiani, Roshni, Mariam, Mehraj, Haris, Ramal. Okay, Haris Square is there, and we have got Shahir Bano and Ummer. Fine. Fine, let's move forward. So in a histological slide, how can you see this? You can see it like tunica intima, fine, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. Okay, now can you tell me that, okay, let me first tell you the classification of blood vessels. Anatomically, this means that um, we are not talking about the function, we are talking about the structure, ठीक है, or the appearance. And anatomically, the blood vessels are classified into arteries, vein, and capillary. And apart from that, the arteries further divide to form arterioles, then capillaries are the exchange vessels, and then veins to venules. Fine. कैपिलरीज के बाद वेन्यूल्स बनती हैं और वेन्यूल्स ज्वाइन होके वेन्स बनाती हैं एज यू कैन सी हियर इन दिस पिक्चर that this is a big artery known as aorta. It comes downwards and then you can see that it is dividing into smaller branches as you can see here, and ultimately where it needs to exchange materials within the body, there is a network of capillaries. Then this capillary network join to form venules, and then ultimately larger veins are formed, and then the blood is drained into the heart. You can see here into the right side of the heart in the right atrium. ठीक है? This is the superior vena cava and this is the inferior vena cava, which are the large veins, and this is the aorta. As you can see that the blood is coming from the left ventricle into the aorta and then it is distributed to parts of the body. Okay, let's move forward. Fine. The arteries divide into arterioles. Then in certain books you also see the name as metarterioles, then capillaries, postcapillary venules, muscular venules, collecting venules, and then veins. So these are I have put because in certain books you also see these names. So detail में functional details में हम नहीं जाएंगे. We are studying anatomy. So I'm going to tell you the histology of arteries now. फाइन. अब मैं आर्टरी की वो हिस्टोलॉजी बता रही हूँ जो आपको माइक्रोस्कोपिक अपीयरेंस जो नज़र आती है इन द स्लाइड्स. अब आर्टरीज जो हैं एज यू नो दे आर इफ्रेंट वेसल्स. ये जो आफ्रेंट और इफ्रेंट हम लेते हैं ना, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया आफ्रेंट नर्व्स का बताया, इफ्रेंट का बताया, वो हम लेते हैं फ्रॉम द मेन सोर्स. अब हम हार्ट इज द मेन सोर्स. सो जो वेसल्स you can say they are going away from the heart are the efferent vessels. So arteries are going away from the heart, they are carrying blood away from the heart, therefore they are efferent vessels. And veins are afferent because they are coming towards the heart, वो आ रही हैं हार्ट की तरफ. ओके. जो आर्टरीज हैं अगर हम उनको वेन से और कैपिलरीज और लिम्फेटिक से कंपेयर करें देन दे आर द लार्जेस्ट ऑफ द वेसल्स. ठीक है, यानी कि उनका डायमीटर बड़ा होता है. एंड दे डिवाइड इन अ ट्री लाइक ब्रांचिंग पैटर्न, और प्रोग्रेसिवली यू कैन सी हियर दैट दे आर डिवाइडिंग, एंड प्रोग्रेसिवली जैसे जैसे डिवाइड होती जाएंगी उनका जो ल्यूमेन है वो नैरो होता जाएगा. ठीक है, द ल्यूमेन बिकम्स narrow as the arteries keep on dividing. Okay, now can you classify the arteries according to their size? Okay, where is that new student? Um no more new, I know, but that Kasim, I am not receiving any interaction from him. Uh, in the last few lectures, I have not seen him interacting anymore. Is he still in your class or has left? The answers are really appreciating, and depending on the size, we have got large arteries, medium-sized arteries, and arterioles. The large arteries are also referred to as elastic arteries, and in the um, later on, I am also going to discuss why are they known as elastic arteries. Then we have got medium sized arteries, and medium sized arteries are also referred to as muscular arteries. And then the smaller ones are the arterioles. बेसिकली जो आप के पास स्लाइड्स होती हैं और जो आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए आती है, वो एक तो इलास्टिक आर्टरी होती है और एक मस्कुलर आर्टरी होती है। ठीक है, जो इलास्टिक आर्टरी होती है वो ज़्यादातर, क्यों हम उसको इलास्टिक कहते हैं, हम इसलिए इलास्टिक कहते हैं, या किसी आर्टरी को हम इसलिए मस्कुलर कहते हैं, therefore we call it as elastic or muscular because of the presence, or you can say abundance, the amount of elastic fibers. If there are more elastic fibers within the tunica media, as we have discussed before, in the tunica media, if there are more elastic fibers as compared to the smooth muscles, then we refer it as a elastic artery. Fine. If the smooth muscles are less but elastic fibers are visible in the histological appearance of the artery, then we label it as a elastic artery. The larger vessels mainly which leave the heart, that are the efferent vessels like aorta, pulmonary trunk, as well as the common carotid, as you can see here, right common carotid, left common carotid, and subclavian, left and right subclavian, and the common iliac arteries, which you see lower down in the abdomen, are the elastic arteries. Fine. So the examples are the ones larger vessels which are leaving the heart. Fine. इसीलिए मैंने आपसे ये पूछा था कि जो पल्मोनरी ट्रंक है या पल्मोनरी जो वेन है, हम उसको क्या लेते हैं. फाइन. ऑल राइट. So here you can see that it is um, labeled as, इसका blue color बनाया गया है pulmonary trunk का. Okay, so we have got the internal and external elastic laminae जो कि elastic arteries में present होते हैं, लेकिन क्योंकि इसके ट्यूनिका मीडिया में भी बहुत ज़्यादा elastic fibers नज़र आते हैं, इसलिए आप कोई स्लाइड में prominent identification नहीं कर सकते कि internal कौन सा elastic lamina है, external कौन सा है. ठीक है. Okay, these elastic arteries are having lots of elastic fibers because they are designed to accommodate the high pressure which is generated by the heart. ठीक है, जब हार्ट पंप करके इसमें ब्लड एक हाई प्रेशर से देता है, तो elastic arteries have to be flexible enough. The arteries which are receiving this high pressure must be flexible enough to accommodate that high pressure. Okay, in the original specimen, you see these are the large trunks which can be seen coming out from the right ventricle, and this right ventricle से जो है वो pulmonary आएगी, और this is from the left ventricle it is coming out, and this is the aorta. So these are the large elastic vessels you can see in the specimen. So now can you tell me what are elastic arteries? Histologically elastic, I am not asking about the examples of elastic arteries. I am talking about, yes, Umar Paracha is right. Having abundance of elastic fibers, but ये elastic fibers कौन सी layer में होते हैं? Aima Khan says that containing large number of, yes, Aima Khan is very right. She says that they are containing large numbers of elastic fibers in the tunica media. And yes, the large-sized arteries, Ladeb says that those emerging from the heart. Okay, good. ठीक है. जो elastic arteries होती हैं वो क्या होती हैं? They are having abundance of elastic fibers in the tunica media, and smooth muscles are less, and they are designed to accommodate high pressure generated by the heart. So the larger vessels coming out from the heart are the elastic arteries. All right, and here how you can draw in your notebooks as well. You have to draw an endothelium. फाइन और एंडोथेलियम के नीचे कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कनेक्टिव टिश्यू होता है as you know endothelium always have got or you can say epithelial cells जो हैं वो बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन के ऊपर होते हैं तो जब आप ड्रॉ करेंगे तो थोड़ा बहुत कनेक्टिव टिश्यू भी ड्रॉ करेंगे और उसके बाद this layer is the internal elastic lamina fine then you can see here that there are very few smooth muscle cells you can see but there are a lot of these wavy kind of elastic fibers fine then here you can see that what are these structures these structures are actually vasa vasorum ठीक है vasa vasorum क्या होते हैं vasa vasorum are the vessels of the vessels because they are large sized and they have got tissue टिश्यू क्या है इसके अंदर एपिथेलियम भी है इसके अंदर आप देख सकते हैं कि इसके अंदर जो है वो इलास्टिक फाइबर्स कनेक्टिव टिश्यू भी है स्मूथ मसल्स भी हैं मसल्स आर देमसेल्व्स कनेक्टिव मसल्स आर सम smooth muscles are themselves a type of tissue so इन सारे structures को blood supply की ज़रूरत है so इस आर्टरी को या लार्ज साइज जो वेसल्स होती हैं उनके लिए अलहदा से ब्लड सप्लाई होता है ये छोटी छोटी वेसल्स जो कि इनके ट्यूनिका एडवेंटिशिया में ट्रेवल कर रही होती हैं एंड दे आर रेफर्ड टू एज वाजा वेजोरम ठीक है लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द मस्कुलर आर्टरीज these vessels have a large quantity of smooth muscles in the uh, intima when compared to their elastic counterparts sorry it's in tunica media ठीक है tunica media में इनके बहुत सारे जो है ना वो होते हैं muscles होते हैं and they are very abundant throughout the body so here you can see that in the tunica media there are large uh, amount of smooth muscle cells. You can see here that within the tunica media there are large amount of smooth muscle cells and here you can prominently identify the internal elastic lamina as well as the external one here ठीक है internal जो होता है it is between the tunica intima and tunica media and the external elastic lamina is between the media and adventitia and you can see here this is tunica adventitia made up of connective tissue so the main difference between the muscular and the elastic arteries are of their size. Elastic arteries are larger sized as compared to the medium sized arteries which are muscular as well as within the histological appearance you can differentiate the tunica media having large number of smooth muscles in the muscular arteries and these muscular arteries mainly the named arteries in the body like in the lower limb, you have already studied the femoral, popliteal, and the tibial arteries, as well as there are several in the upper limb as well. So now can you tell me what are the muscular arteries? यहाँ पर आप देखिए this is right, this is tunica media, fine. Muscular arteries are the medium-sized arteries. In the tunica media, they have got large number of smooth muscle fibers. Okay, now we are going to compare the histological layers of the elastic artery as well as the muscular artery. Here you can see that this is the lumen, and from the lumen outwards you can see that this is tunica intima. Tunica intima is almost the same for both of them, a muscular as well as elastic, having endothelium as well as subendothelial connective tissue and the internal elastic lamina. And you can see here this is the tunica media. In the muscular artery, it is predominantly having large number of smooth muscle fibers. But as you can see here, this blue colored appearance, these are the large number of elastic fibers and in the tunica media, and in the uh, tunica adventitia, also referred in certain books as tunica externa, is the connective tissue. और आपको पता है कि connective tissue या इसके अंदर we have got vessels which are referred to as vasa vasorum. ठीक है, vasa vasorums are the vessels of the vessel and they are responsible for providing the oxygenated oxygenated blood to the tissues which are present in the large size arteries. Fine. हिस्टोलॉजिकली आप देख सकते हैं कि आप स्लाइड को आसानी से माइक्रोस्कोप में पहचान लेते हैं इफ़ यू हैव गॉट सर्टेन बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज। अगर आपने पढ़ा हुआ है आप देखिए कि इसके ट्यूनिका मीडिया में ये जो फाइबर्स नज़र आ रहे हैं दीज वेवी अपीयरेंस दीज आर द इलास्टिक फाइबर्स as well as you can see in the tunica media of the muscular artery. You can see that the smooth muscle fibers, the nuclei of the smooth muscle cells are visible, and elastic fibers are not that prominent as compared to the ones in the elastic artery. And you can see the endothelium. Endothelium is usually seen identified as small nuclei spread throughout like a sheet. Fine. So the endothelium, you know, is a simple squamous epithelium. In case of endothelium is an example of the simple squamous epithelium. And still, if you don't understand epithelium, refer to my lectures on epithelium. There are several of them. Fine. And now what is arteriosclerosis? Arteriosclerosis is actually hardening of the arteries, and the arteries become thickened. They lost their elasticity. You know that there is accumulation of this substance into the walls of the arteries, and it is commonly acquired disease. Fine. And when there is luminal thickening, you know that the blood supply to the organ is not proper, and it can cause ischemia as well as later on infarction. Infarction is, you can see here, which is commonly known as heart attack, is the one which is known as myocardial infarction in case of the हार्ट इन मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजी। ठीक है, और इस्कीमिया यानी कि लॉस ऑफ blood supply, nutrients as well as oxygen to the tissue is reduced, and the consequence is myocardial infarction as well as ischemic heart disease. The brain can have stroke resulting in the paralysis of the area which it supplies, as well as the distal parts of the limb become gangrenous. You can see here they become dead, and they later on have to be amputated, or you can say have to be cut. डायबिटीज़ के पेशेंट्स पे आपने मोस्टली देखा होगा, बिकॉज जो डायबिटीज़ में ब्लड वेसल्स डैमेज हो जाती है। ठीक है, एंड वन ऑफ द रीजन इज दिस एज वेल. So what is aneurysm? Aneurysm of the arteries is actually abnormal dilatation of the arteries. Okay, the small arteries are having a narrow lumen, and you are not usually asked to identify it in the slides or in within the microscope. They have the muscular wall, and the tunica media usually consists of two layers of circularly arranged smooth muscle fibers, and जो terminal arterioles होती हैं उनमें one layer होती है smooth muscle की, मेट आर्टीरियोल्स में डिसकंटिन्यूअस लेयर होती है स्मूथ मसल्स की। कैपिलरीज क्या होती हैं? दे आर एक्चुअली द माइक्रोस्कोपिक नेटवर्क and they exist in almost every part of the body. They serve to connect the arterial system with the venous system, as you can see here. All right, the capillaries are made in a way to exchange the substances between the body cells and the blood. Therefore, they are very thin and they have got collagenous as well as elastic fibers. So there are three types of capillaries: continuous, and continuous, fenestrated and sinusoidal capillaries. ठीक है? जो continuous capillaries होती हैं, they had in between the cells there are no pores or gaps. Most of the capillaries in of the body muscles, lungs and brain, ठीक है, they are continuous capillaries क्योंकि ब्रेन में बहुत ही स्पेसिफिक सब्सटेंसेस हैं जो आपने पहुंचाने हैं। ठीक है, हर सब्सटेंस ब्रेन में नहीं जाएगा। अगर आप हर सब्सटेंस चला जाएगा तो ब्रेन ने इज नॉट एन ऑर्गन जो डिटॉक्सिफाई करे। ठीक है, और दूसरी बात यह है कि मसल्स में भी आपने हर सब्सटेंस नहीं पहुंचाना, रिक्वायर्ड सब्सटेंस पहुंचाना है। तो continuous capillaries are there. Fenestrated capillaries कहाँ होती हैं? Fenestrated capillaries वहाँ होती हैं where rapid exchange of materials are required like in intestines because food का न्यूट्रिएंट्स एक्सचेंज होते हैं एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स में, और किडनीज में जो टॉक्सिक सब्सटेंसेस हैं उसने रिमूव करने होते हैं ब्लड से। देयरफॉर fenestrated capillaries are there, you can see here. And in Latin, fenestra means windows. And what are sinusoidal capillaries? They are irregular and tortuous, having lots of intercellular gaps, and the lining endothelium is having pores. And phagocytic cells can also be found in the walls. Major location वहाँ पे होती है जहाँ lymphoid organ है, like spleen. Spleen is the primary lymphoid organ, and sorry, it is a lymphoid organ, and this is a लिवर। ठीक है, लिवर में ये जो हिस्टोलॉजिकल सेक्शन है वो लिवर का है, एंड यू कैन सी sinusoidal capillary here, or they are referred to as sinusoids as well. They are dilated capillaries and they are usually involved in those locations which uh, have to do detoxification. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर पार्टिसिपेशन एंड आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड। बेसिकली आज के लेक्चर का मकसद ये था कि आपको हिस्टोलॉजिकल अपीयरेंस दिखाई जाए आर्टरीज की। मीडियम और लार्ज साइज आर्टरीज की हिस्टोलॉजिकल अपीयरेंस को मैंने कंपेयर किया है। हिस्टोलॉजी को डिटेल में आर्टरी की इलास्टिक और मस्कुलर को डिटेल में डिस्कस किया है, और माइक्रोस्कोपिक अपीयरेंस आपको दिखाई है, आपको असेसमेंट का बताया है। ऑस्पी में इट इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट component to identify the slide in the microscope, and it carries marks, can give you a good edge in the exam. और SAQ में short answer questions जो हैं you can ask to draw and label the histological appearance of an elastic or a muscular artery. So we will meet next time, means I think at 12 o'clock, ठीक है? 12 o'clock ही है ना? हाँ, तो till then, take care of yourselves, your families, and I hope you have understood everything. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.